Edgar TV.
The fourth and final episode of the Q School series, brought to you by Edgar TV and DartsMad. Now this one is all about me and my personal opinion, and this is my personal opinion. There's no spoilers here, I'm not giving away any secrets, I don't know nothing. This is just what I would do if I was running Q School and the PDC structure. And the first question we need to ask is, do I believe Q School produces the very best players? And I'd say no. Not at the minute. So with that, what would I change to allow the best players to get through to the tour? So the first visit is to look at the three top reasons as to why I believe that it doesn't work as well as it could. And we've seen the standard vary from video 1, that the top to the bottom end is so varied, and there needs to be some form of seeding system. One day wonders, what that means is it means that someone could turn up to Q School, have the day of their life, and before you know it, well, within one day they're on the professional tour. And the last thing is, it doesn't replicate the pro tour. Q School isn't anything like the professional tour. Anyone who's seen it or been on it will know exactly what I mean. We are spoiled, but all the ingredients are there. So how do we put it into a structure that allows this development and this progression through to the tour? So here we have the current PDC structure. You go to Q School, you do well, you can follow the arrow, you're on the Pro Tour. And then we've got the Challenge Tour over at the side, because that only really comes into play if you don't get through Q School. This Challenge Tour, I feel, should come in here to make a second tier. So to separate the Pro Tour and Q School with a developmental territory. And what I mean by that is this. So in my opinion, the first thing we need to do is take the Challenge Tour and switch that to 128 players, so it exactly replicates the same as the Pro Tour. And this needs to be the stopgap between Q School and between the Pro Tour to fully make it a development tour. So with that in mind, we now say Q School is worth 64 places for the Challenge Tour. So no longer can you go Q School Pro Tour, you go Q School, top 64 players get their place on the Challenge Tour, with the bottom 64 players having to go back to Q School the year after. Next 32 in line, you get to keep your place on the Challenge Tour, because the top 32 are going up to the Professional Tour, with the bottom 32 on the Pro Tour coming down onto the Challenge Tour, allowing a very good sort of staircasing system and very good sort of progressional routes. And this video really is talking in an idealistic world, and I know that it's not ideal, and that's probably why the system exists, but this is what I'd be looking at and the things I'd be changing if I could. Would you keep it the same? Would you change anything? Or do you love the system as it is? If you scroll yourself down to the comments section at the bottom of the page, let me know what you think, and we'll have a bit of a debate down there, shall we? You'll see I'll try and reply to everybody.
Edgar TV.
Big thanks to dartsmad.com for coming on board for these Q School videos. If you hit the subscribe button to Edgar TV in the channel, you'll see that in the future myself and Dartsmad have got some really good content coming out, including some really good coaching videos and games that you can try at home.